most delicious recipe for a triple nut milk. It's the most delicious thing ever and I can't wait for you to try it. So the ingredients are so simple. It's just a case of cashew nuts, Brazil nuts and blanched almonds, and we're going to add some water and some vanilla to it as well later. So what you want to do is get a cup. It can be any cup as long as you're using it the same for the entire bit of the recipe, and you want to fill it up with a cup's worth of these 3 nuts. So after you've filled up your cup of nuts, you want to put it in a bowl and just cover it with enough water to cover the top so all of the nuts are totally covered. Now soak this combination of water and nuts overnight, and that basically initially softens the nut, but it also releases a lot of the nutrition out of the nuts and gets rid of an enzyme called phytase, which is there initially in the nut to protect it from germinating. So we want to get rid of that because that also enables your digestive system to absorb more of the nutrition from the nut. So it's a kind of double whammy of bonus. This is one I made earlier. So this is again, just a combination of those 3 nuts soaked in water. When you sieve the water, make sure you rinse the nuts, and that also removes that phytase enzyme as well. So once you've got this cup of 3 nuts, we're going to add it to your blender. And to that, you're also going to add 3 cups, remember you use the same one, 3 cups of filtered water. This will make exactly a litre of nut milk. What you want to do then is just put it on high power for about a minute. So there we have it. Now you can actually use this nut milk already as it is, but it'll be slightly kind of nutty in texture. So to make it extra creamy, this is where the second step comes in, and it's so simple, and it's also a lot of fun. So all you're going to do is you're going to get this combination and you're going to pour it into your bowl. This here is a nut milk bag, also called a jam bag as well. So you can get them on Amazon for about £3. This is the one I use, and you want to put it into a large bowl like this and pour this mixture gently into it. So there we have it. Now the second step, and this is a little bit messy, you need to lift up the nut milk bag and you'll see the milk slowly starting to go through. So just hang fire until the bulk of that has gone through. And then you're going to really gently squeeze. Make sure you hold the top layer here, otherwise when you squeeze it will come firing back at you, and I've been there and it's not fun. So just squeeze it there, and then you gently want to mix this through the nut milk bag, nice and gently, so you don't break the nut milk bag. You can go on and do this for probably about 5 minutes, but I'll just show you, and you'll continue to get the milk, and you're essentially just milking the nuts, and it will be really nice and creamy. So if you weren't to do this step, and if you wanted to use the nut milk that you originally get out of your blender, it's really delicious over porridge. But if you did want a smoother consistency to add to potentially like a smoothie or maybe a tea, this is all you need to do. So there we have it. Your nut milk has now been made nice and smooth, and you're left over with this combination here. So it's almost like ground nuts. I normally then dehydrate that and then make it into nut bars and nut balls. I've got lots of recipes on my website because I like to recycle, and that's such a waste. So always try and recycle it where possible, but that's essentially all you're left over with. Now today I'm going to show you how to make vanilla triple nut milk. So we're going to put this back into our blender. And all we're going to do, I've got one fresh vanilla pod, and I've cut it in half, and then I've just scooped out the vanilla straight from the pod. If you don't have fresh vanilla pods, you can just use vanilla powder. It tastes just as delicious, but this is obviously extra fresh. So all we're going to do is add the vanilla from 1 pod. If you're using vanilla powder, then I normally use about 2 teaspoons, but it just depends how vanilla you like it. So this will just give that subtle hint of a vanilla flavour. So again, we're going to blend it again. And this, to be honest, keeps for about 5 days. I usually make it at the weekend and then I use it in my smoothies during the week. So we then want to just pour it into an airtight container. That will just really ensure that it keeps for as long as possible. And there we have our litre of vanilla triple nut milk. So as I said, it's delicious. You can use it as a milk substitute, just as where you would ordinarily use regular cow's milk. I prefer the nutritional profile of nut milk. It's got a lot more magnesium and minerals and B vitamins from the nuts. But again, keep it in an airtight container and it will last you for a good 5 days. I hope you love it. For any other healthy recipes, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, feel free to take a look at my website. It's jessapes.co.uk for more healthy inspiration.